8 years ago, we were doing plans and trying to make things happen, and it just kept getting shot down.
Matsu Central's story began a long time before me. This school is 50 years old. I just remember the group of us having these dreamlike conversations about, like, is this actually going to happen? Every school has some need. Getting to the top of that list is no easy task.
The answer lies not in the stars, but very close to every American, as close as your own child, and as close as the school your child attends.
To finally have the funding and have someone say, you get to pick an architect, you know? I think the first thing we said to you was, we don't want you to build a school.
It really came about in a defensive posture as we approached the architecture process, going like, we want to make sure that whoever is designing this knows that we are not a traditional school setting, that it's beyond that, you know?
To sort of challenge the notion of the idea of school right at the beginning blew up our minds about what that could mean.
What we dream of. It's one of those things where if there is a reason why I'm in the profession I'm in, this is it.
You know, fundamentally, in education, students are forced to fit a system. At Matsu Central, we try to make the system fit an individual.
It was fascinating for us as a design team to understand, one, we'd never seen this before because it's a kind of thing that comes around once in your career.
You know, we've got littles, we've got babies to grandparents in our school at any given time, and we need to build it to welcome them.
I think we're one of the first probably homeschool hybrid program that actually got to design a building to fit our program. I think that's totally cutting edge.
Mr. Carlson, did you hear me?
Yeah, there we go. Yep, I heard you.
There you go.
Thanks, John.
You're welcome.
We decided that just to prompt conversation, we would take the space that we've allocated on the plan and lay it out in a number of different ways.
We'll have a lot of families who will only visit offices and won't access any of that classroom environment. How much of daylight do we want to focus in those environments? How much of the daylight do we focus in the...
I'm grappling with it too because it seems totally upside down to me.
Right.
You know, it's a different kind of program too.
Right.
However, then one window feeds 9 people. So there are solutions of meeting in the middle for some of those, and we can talk through some of that when we get into those focus groups.
We're trying to figure out what beyond a school are you looking to incorporate?
Typically, you know, with a school client, we would be looking at other educational facilities, but we specifically didn't. We're talking through the way that things might flow in the building.
For the first time, I'm kind of starting to see on how maybe we would use the offices. This would be a great spot for the K-2 advisors.
But it's part of why we want the flexible workspace offices idea so that we can try things out.
They're understanding their needs better and how our language works and how they can speak it.
You facilitated discussions and you created on-ramps for us to provide feedback, but it almost felt like there was just this sense that you guys were observing our discussions, and then suddenly, the next time we met, there would be something produced.
To have a space that is a square with a circle inscribed perfectly in the middle of it, it's so academic and yet so powerful and effective.
I was like, oh, these guys they know what they're doing here. This is a very intentional process.
They have given us so much input from every aspect of their mindset that we can push those envelopes on the architectural side.
Yeah, no matter what we do, no matter where we end up, it's going to be about the things that you value.
So you're gonna have this curve come in, probably slant up.
And it was all about organizing a building around a really dynamic lobby space. There's going to be quite a bit of interesting furniture in here, you know, couches and different kinds of little pods and tables for working. And so once you get all that going on, you're going to have all these little like subspaces within the space. So think about hotel lobby, you know, when you have a really like dynamic hotel lobby. That's what we modeled this after.
This school was dreamed, designed funded and constructed through the hard work and partnerships of this community.
It feels like you're excited to learn new things when you walk in here.
As we open these doors, we carry forward the heart of Mat-Su Central, the belief that education should be dynamic, flexible, and student-centered. I guess we don't always get the credit for this different type of learning, and they always were in awe of our program and always interested in the differences that we were. We felt so loved, and so, I know what I'm gonna cry, what I'm gonna do. I just,
Sunny days, summer nights, soaking in this wildlife. Tell me, could this get any better? Open skies, open roads, every mile a new unknown. Tell me, could this get any better? This beautiful life.
I underestimated the power of what the actual physical context could do. And I think the design process really made me a believer. Inherently, this building is a conversation starter, right? About education, about learning. I mean, there's so many things that in the actual structure of this place stir up questions, wonderful questions, that we should be asking.
Could this get any better? Sunny days, summer nights, soaking in this wildlife. Tell me, could this get any better? Open skies, open roads, every mile a new unknown. Tell me, could this get any better?
There's a lot of factors that come in when we're building and designing a space, down from dollar bills to schedule deadlines and getting things to Alaska in general. But when you know it's the right fit and it's the right solution, this project showed me that it's worth pushing and making sure that that solution happens. No value engineering can happen without compromising the integrity of the outcome.
Sunny days, summer nights, soaking in this wildlife. Tell me, could this get any better?
It's beautifully done.
Worth the wait.
Yeah, most definitely.
Not like your typical school, I guess you could say.
I don't know, like a fancy lounge or like a college almost.
It's so nice. Yeah, it feels like Mat-Su Central. Yeah.
Even just coming here, hanging around, I like it.
What a beautiful life.
Don't quote me on this, but we always say it's our bougie school. And it is. But you know what though, and then the other side of that, the public perception though, is that it's quality. And it's just a change in paint colors. It's subtle things that people walk in and they're like, wow, we can do this. And yes, we can do it in schools and we can do it within a budget. It blows their mind. And then they're like, okay, I get it. This makes sense. Our kids are getting a quality public education with certified teachers, or they're getting their parents at the same time. And that partnership, I think it's going to catch on and people are going to be like, how'd you do that? And then hopefully they ask and we'll be cheerleaders for you guys. But I actually don't want to do another project for a while because, I'm on my second grandbaby. I have things to do.
Tell me, could